Could it actually be that Sergio Aguero's starting place is under threat from Gabriel Jesus? Here to discuss, Shaka Hislop. Great couple of games for Jesus and for Manchester City, racking up the goals against Palace and West Ham. Sergio Aguero, is he still the #1 target for Pep Guardiola to start in the Champions League?
I don't think in Pep Guardiola's eyes. And as much as I would have Sergio Aguero, because I think certainly in English football, there's no better finisher. But I've also made the point that in this Manchester City team, I think there are just too many players who are right at that 29, 30-year-old mark and over. And I think Pep Guardiola, slowly but surely, will start to bring that age down in the starting lineup. I expect you'll see a whole lot more of Sané going forward and a whole lot more of Gabriel Jesus. Now, dropping a player of Sergio Aguero is not something that's alien to Pep Guardiola either. Let's remember when he came into the hot seat at Barcelona, straight away dropped Samuel Eto'o, brought in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and then sold him. When he took over the hot seat at Bayern Munich, let go Mario Mandzukic, who was the starting striker under Heinkes and won the Champions League. So dropping players of this quality, strikers of this quality, is not anything that Pep Guardiola is afraid of. And I expect this is just the fourth in a lengthening line of notable Pep Guardiola absentees.
It's very hard to do it smoothly, isn't it? It's very hard to change your formation, remove one player from the starting line. Inevitably, he's now been linked with other places. How successful do you think Manchester City will be in the short term if they were to resist using Aguero more and more going forward?
Well, what we've seen over the last couple of games, and as you mentioned, Ross, we are talking about a struggling Crystal Palace and a West Ham who Manchester City beat 5-0 in the Cup just a few weeks ago. So they have their number. But I still don't think that this City team is a complete outfit. I don't feel they've found that Pep Guardiola rhythm that he's looking for, and maybe that may take youthening up, if that's a phrase, of the team going forward. And this maybe is just a start with that in mind. They're not going to win the league, so maybe right now it's about getting in, not just securing top 4, but making sure that this team is young enough and experienced enough in years to come, in the next couple of years, that will see City not just settle for a top 4, but win the title and push on in the Champions League, which is why Pep Guardiola was brought there.
Okay, well, burgeoning promise shown by the teenager Gabriel Jesus and the youngsters around him. Only time will tell whether Guardiola continues along this path or whether there's a way back in here for Sergio Aguero to yet again prove his undoubted worth to Manchester City. Keep it here at ESPNFC.com.